Where your thoughts go, the constitution and the character of your thoughts would eventually become your life today. The words that are coming out of your mouth would eventually create for you the life that you live. Where there is no vision, the people perish. I just wanted you to see that. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. Now, I want you to observe that word, restraint. The people cast off restraint. Then he says, but blessed is he who keeps the law. Blessed is he who keeps the law. But where there is no revelation, vision, the people cast off restraint. If people can't see what God is doing, they stumble all over themselves. But when they attend to what he reveals, they are most blessed. All right. Now, look at that. He says, if people don't see what God is doing, where there is no vision, the King James says where there is no vision. The Amplifier shows you that that vision is revelation. The NIV says where there is no revelation. So we're saying that this revelation is the revelation of the redemptive work of God. But the message says if you can't see what God is doing, you stumble all over yourself. But when what God is doing is revealed to you, then you are blessed. That means your blessing is a function of revelation. Your blessing is a function of vision. Your blessing is a function of what you see. God said to Abraham, he says, as far as you can see, I have given to you. As far as you can see, I have given to you. What you see, you become. What you see, you become. In fact, what you see, you are already becoming. Then another way of saying it now is that you are today what you saw yesterday. You are today what you saw yesterday. I'll give you a very interesting example, something that happened to me when I was a kid. It's important that you know that in life there are principles, and what you need to do is learn those principles and walk by those principles. The principles, they are principles because they are not emotional. That means, for instance, the law of gravity is not emotional. If you walk with the law of gravity, that law is going to benefit you and help you, and you would walk right. If you go against the law of gravity, no matter what your intention is, you're going to pay. There will be a cost to breaking that law. In the spirit, there are principles, there are laws, and one of such laws is this law, the law of sight, the law of visualization. That way that you design, you predetermine, you frame your life and the circumstances of your life. When I was a kid, I wanted to keep birds. So some of the birds I needed to buy them. I didn't have enough money to buy them. But where we lived, we used to have these birds that will come around and they'll perch. So I got my first catapult. I hope you know what a catapult is. It's like a sling. So I got my first sling, and I wanted to get one of those birds. So I put a stone on my sling, and it will be the first time that I'll be using a sling. I've seen other people use the catapult or the sling, and I just thought, well, I know how to use it. So when I got the sling, I held it this way, and I did this. Now, if you've ever used a sling, you can see the kind of trouble that I'm in right now. My intention was I wanted to hit the bird, but I reversed the law. I held the stick, then I pulled on that sling. I pulled on it, and I was aiming at the bird. You could see me squinting, and I was, just going gently, gently. And I was doing this and I was that way. Then all of a sudden, I let go and I saw stars. Oh my goodness. I let go and I saw stars. Why? Because instead of pulling this way, I was pulling this way. I held the stone and I was pulling this way. I had my mouth full, bloody. By the time I had cleaned up, I found that my teeth was broken, and my mouth was bloody, and I had to clean up and all that. Now look at this. I held that sling. My intention was I wanted to hit a bird, but I reversed the law. There are many who want to be rich, but they visualize poverty. Many who want to be well, but they visualize sickness. Many who want to have friends, but they visualize loneliness. Many who want to be influential, but they visualize defeat. Have you ever heard someone who said maybe they were expecting some kind of result, then they got the result and they say, I knew I was going to fail. I knew it. Somehow I just felt that I was going to fail. I just felt that this thing is not going to work. I knew it was not going to work. And you're wondering why go ahead to do something? Why go ahead to study, to read, to try to pass an exam, but yet your visualization, every time you're thinking about that thing, you see yourself failing. Now, someone says, "Oh no, it's not under my control. I just had a premonition. I just knew that I was going to fail." Why don't you change the knowing? It is the power to design your life and the circumstances of your life. Then he said, if things aren't the way they should be, visualization is your power still to correct what has gone wrong. It's your power to correct what has gone wrong. That's what it is. Your imagination is God's creative ability at work in you. You can write that down. Your imagination is God's creative ability at work in you. So through visualization, you consciously, listen to me, you consciously, actively use your imagination.